Hi, and welcome to the Ask Dr. Angela show with everyone's favorite OBGYN, Dr. Angela Jones. Have you ever been just too embarrassed or shy to ask your own doctor a question about your, private stuff? Well, you have come to the right place to get straight answers. Feel free to ask Dr. Angela anything women's health related. OBGYN, she keeps it real. Pregnancy, she knows what you're expecting. Whole body health, just ask. Dr. Angela has you covered, girl. And now here is Dr. Angela.
Happy holidays, people. This is Dr. Angela, everyone's self-proclaimed favorite OBGYN, and I would like to officially welcome you to episode 55 of the Ask Dr. Angela podcast. I am still, as you can hear, struggling with this laryngitis. For those of you that have been following along, you'll know that I basically got my ass kicked last week by a terrible case of the flu. And for those of you that are wondering, yes, I did happen to get the flu shot this year. But after 2 to 3 days of battling with that, I've been stuck with this terrible laryngitis. So slowly but surely, my voice is coming back. Hopefully this episode finds everyone ready for Christmas, which is tomorrow, or probably it will be Christmas by the time that this podcast does post. Anyway, in keeping in the holiday spirit, I wanted to share a really funny story that occurred pretty recently. And, most of the stories are things that happen in my life real time. So here goes. This Sunday past, my wife and my daughter went to an amazing Christmas concert in Philadelphia. I wasn't able to attend because I was battling illness, really, really, really sick. Really wanted to go because I love Christmas music, specifically with gospel overtones, undertones, whatever you may have. After the concert, my daughter bounds into the house and she says, Mommy, oh my gosh, the Christmas concert was amazing, but they talked a lot about Jesus and God. And so I pumped my brakes like super fast, came to a complete halt. Meanwhile, I was LMFAO. I was basically on the floor dying in laughter. And so I said to my ladybug, well, here's the thing. Christmas, let's look at how that's broken down. Christmas. Christmas is about Christ. He is the reason for the season. Now, having said that, it's only appropriate that they should give a shout out to his dad, who is God. And so my little one looks at me and she says, okay. And we just kept it moving. But it was just hilarious. Because, what is Christmas to kids? It's Santa Claus, it's gifts. So, had to correct that one really fast. My dad, who's the pastor of a huge Baptist church in Cincinnati, Ohio, would have just loved that. It's just a sign that we're not making it to church nearly as much as we should. But that's one thing that we hope to correct in the upcoming year. So let's jump right into today's question. Today's question comes to me from Eve. She's from Jackson, New Jersey. And she sent me a direct message on Facebook. And she said, hey, Dr. Jones, I've been thinking about which birth control method to use for the time being before we decide to start having baby number 2. I have a few questions about the pill. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Number 1, is the estrogen-free pill safe for breastfeeding? Number 2, is there a chewable form of that pill? Number 3, are there any side effects to taking a progestin-only pill? And number 4, can I come off of that pill as easily as I did the generis FE pill? Well, that certainly is quite a question, a 4-parter even. So let's jump right into this. As you all know, at your 6-week postpartum visit, one of the topics of discussion is contraception. What are you going to be using for birth control? And while some of you opt not to use anything, for those of you that are breastfeeding, the progesterone-only pill is a very popular method. What I will say to you is this. We typically don't initiate a birth control pill until you're at least 6 weeks postpartum, because until then, you're still going to be at an increased risk for clotting. Remember, pregnancy puts you in a hypercoagulable state. Having said that, it also takes about 6 weeks for your milk supply to become well established. Now, here's the kicker. You really, in all actuality, could go on a combination birth control pill, i.e. something with estrogen and progesterone. However, because most moms are concerned that the estrogen component may affect their milk supply. And certainly there is no way that I can say, oh, the pill is going to decrease your milk supply by 15%, 10%. I can't make any guarantees with regards to that. Different medications affect people very differently. So as a result of that, a lot of breastfeeding moms will opt to go on a progesterone-only pill. With regards to progesterone-only pills, they are safe during pregnancy, and they are equally as effective as a combination birth control pill, i.e. something that has both estrogen and progesterone. Number 2, is there a chewable form of that pill? I am not aware of a chewable form of a progesterone-only pill. The only chewable pill that I know of, I want to say is Generis. Don't quote me on that. And also Menastrin is a chewable-only pill. I got to tell you, weird thing about chewable-only pills, and this is probably just me, but I sometimes wonder, will they have decreased efficacy? Because what if some of the pill is actually stuck in your teeth? You don't get it all swallowed. But that's just me kind of being goofy. Probably just disregard that, me thinking out loud. But no, Eve, I'm not aware of a progesterone-only pill that is chewable. However, I guess if you wanted to, you could probably chew them. They're small enough. Number 3, side effects to taking a progesterone-only pill. With any of the progesterone-only types of contraception, the biggest thing is probably going to be bleeding or spotting. Other than that, I can't think of any real side effects of taking a progesterone-only pill. And then last but not least, can you come off that pill as easily as you did your previous pill, which I'm assuming was the Generis? The answer to that is absolutely yes. Yes, yes, yes. So Miss Eve, I hope that answers your question. Thank you so much for reaching out and submitting a question to the Ask Dr. Angela podcast. People, you can submit your question any number of ways. As Eve did, she direct messaged me on Facebook. You can send me a direct message on Twitter. You can certainly email me, or you can just, submit your question through the SpeakPipe app on the Ask Dr. Angela webpage. So, Eve, because we did feature your question on the podcast, someone from the team will be reaching out to you and be sending you one of our bomb-ass t-shirts. I hope that you enjoy. That will be coming to you soon. And for those of you that would like to submit a question to the Ask Dr. Angela podcast, you can do so by going to my website, which is www.askdrangela.com. You can go to my Facebook page, which is Ask Dr. Angela. Yeah, AskDrAngela. Direct message me there. Or you can go to my Twitter account and direct message me there. That's at Dr. Angela OBGYN. In closing, I would like to leave you with this message from the champ, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali said, "Don't count the days, make the days count." Happy holidays, people. I am looking forward to reconnecting with you on episode number 56 of the Ask Dr. Angela podcast. Until then, look better, feel better, be better.
Thank you for listening to the Ask Dr. Angela podcast. For more information on women's health and the show notes for this episode, please visit Dr. Angela at www.askdrangela.com. While you're there, don't forget to leave your own message for Dr. Angela. See you soon. All of the information provided and discussed in this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only and should not take the place of consulting a physician. This podcast is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any diseases or illnesses and does not and should not replace treatment for a medical professional. Listening to and participating in this podcast does not create a doctor-patient relationship between you and Dr. Angela Jones. If you need medical advice or assistance, you should consult a physician. Listening to and participating in this podcast is subject to the terms and conditions posted at drangela.com/terms.